The September 11th update is finally here, and for millions of Americans depending on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and VA benefits, this is one of the most important announcements of the month. Seniors, disabled beneficiaries, and veterans have been waiting closely for clarity on payment dates, possible changes to their monthly benefits, and of course, the much-talked-about $650 rebate news that could make a real difference in household budgets. With prices still high and many families stretched thin, any update from Social Security and related programs has the power to affect daily life. Today's update brings both reassurance and new developments that every beneficiary needs to understand. So stay with us as we break it down in detail and explain what exactly this September 11th news means for you and your family. The reason this update is so significant is because many people rely on their Social Security checks as their main or only source of income. For retirees who work their whole lives, for people receiving SSI or SSDI due to disability, and for veterans who count on VA benefits as recognition of their service. Even small changes in timing or in benefit amounts matter greatly. That is why when the Social Security Administration and connected agencies provide new information, millions of households immediately want to know the payment schedule, any new rebate or stimulus programs, and whether there are special conditions to be aware of. This September 11th update covers exactly those points, with payment confirmations and new rebate details now being shared publicly. Let's begin with payment dates because these are always the top concern. For Social Security beneficiaries, the schedule follows a predictable but sometimes confusing pattern, tied to birth dates and categories of eligibility. Retirees who started receiving benefits before May of 1997 typically get their checks on the third day of the month. But when the third falls on a weekend or holiday, the payment is shifted. For September, those checks have already been distributed earlier this month. However, for the majority of beneficiaries who receive payments based on their birth date, the second, third, and fourth Wednesdays of the month are key. That means if your birthday falls between the 1st and 10th of any month, your payment for September is scheduled for September 11th, which is why this update is critical today. For those with birthdays between the 11th and 20th, your payment will be on September 18th, and for birthdays from the 21st to the 31st, your deposit will arrive on September 25th. This staggered schedule helps the SSA manage distribution but also makes it crucial for beneficiaries to track the exact week they can expect funds. SSI recipients, on the other hand, usually receive their payments on the first day of the month. In September, that means checks went out on September 1st. But because October 1st falls on a Tuesday, there will be no irregularities next month. Unlike in some years where early deposits are made at the end of the previous month, SSDI payments align with the same Social Security schedule based on birth dates, unless the beneficiary has been on the program since before 1997. For VA benefits, the standard practice is to pay on the first business day of the month for the prior month's entitlement. So September payments were deposited on September 1st for most veterans. However, today's September 11th update reaffirms those dates and addresses some technical issues where a small number of beneficiaries experienced delays due to bank processing. The SSA and VA have both confirmed that any such delays are being resolved and that all accounts should reflect deposits within 1 to 2 business days. Now, beyond payment dates, the major focus of today's update is the $650 rebate news. Over the past few weeks, there has been growing discussion around whether additional relief could be provided to seniors and low-income beneficiaries struggling with rising costs. Inflation may not be as high as it was 2 years ago, but essential goods like groceries, healthcare, and housing remain far more expensive than they were before the pandemic. Many seniors on fixed incomes have been unable to keep up, even after the cost of living adjustment earlier this year. That is why the news of a $650 rebate has generated such attention. According to the latest reports, this rebate is part of a targeted relief program being discussed and rolled out in select states, with federal coordination. While not everyone will qualify immediately, the criteria are focused on individuals over 60 receiving Social Security, SSI, or SSDI, as well as certain categories of VA beneficiaries. The intention is to provide a one-time cash boost of $650 to help with essential costs like utilities, rent, or medical expenses. What makes this important in the September 11th update is that more concrete details have been shared. Some states have already begun approving eligibility lists, and direct deposits are expected to start later this month for those first in line. This means seniors who meet the criteria should watch their mail and official SSA or VA communications closely for notices about the rebate. The structure of this rebate is different from past stimulus checks because it is not universally distributed to everyone, but rather aimed specifically at seniors and disabled individuals with lower incomes. That focus reflects recognition by policymakers that this group has faced disproportionate hardship in recent years. The rebate is expected to be administered either through direct deposit to the same account where regular benefits are received, or by mailed paper check for those without direct deposit set up. Importantly, no application fee or processing fee is required. Beneficiaries should be cautious about scams. Official notices will always come from the Social Security Administration, VO, or state agencies, not through unsolicited phone calls or emails demanding information. It is also worth mentioning that while the $650 rebate is the headline, there are ongoing conversations about whether additional rounds of relief might follow later this year or early next year. Officials have acknowledged that the cost of living adjustment, which will be announced in October for 2025, is unlikely to fully cover rising costs, and so one-time rebates or supplemental payments may continue to be part of the policy toolkit. For now, the September 11th news is focused on confirming that the $650 payment is real, targeted, and already moving forward in implementation. This update is not just about money, it also carries important reminders about beneficiary rights and protections. The SSA has emphasized that payment schedules remain secure and that no beneficiary should fear missing out as long as they are properly enrolled. For VA recipients, the Department of Veterans Affairs has reiterated its commitment to timely deposits and has expanded customer service hours this month to handle inquiries. Seniors and families should take this opportunity to verify their direct deposit details are up to date, as incorrect or outdated banking information is the #1 cause of delays in receiving payments. For those wondering if they qualify for the rebate, the basic criteria as of today's update are straightforward. Recipients must be over 60 and actively receiving Social Security, SSI, SSDI, or VA benefits. Income thresholds may apply depending on the state of residence, with priority given to those in the lowest income brackets. If you are already receiving SNAP, Medicaid, or other assistance programs, that may automatically flag your eligibility. More detailed guidance will be released in the coming weeks, but the important takeaway from the September 11th update is that qualifying seniors do not need to apply separately. Agencies are using existing records to identify eligible recipients. The timing of this news could not be more relevant. Many seniors are currently budgeting for upcoming medical bills, utility costs as the seasons change, and holiday expenses later this year. A $650 rebate may not solve every financial challenge, but it represents a meaningful cushion, combined with the reassurance of stable payment dates for Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and VA benefits. Today's update gives beneficiaries a clearer picture of what to expect this month and beyond. As we look ahead, it is important for beneficiaries to stay informed. The Social Security Administration will announce the 2025 cost of living adjustment in October, which will determine how much benefits rise starting in January. Early estimates suggest an increase in the range of 2.6% to 3%, but that will depend on final inflation data. That adjustment, along with targeted rebates like the $650 payment, will shape household budgets for millions of Americans in the year ahead. This September 11th update reinforces a few key messages. Payment dates are secure and on schedule. Beneficiaries should watch for official communications about the rebate, and scams must be avoided. Families should share this information widely so that seniors, veterans, and disabled individuals do not miss out on the support they deserve. Finally, if you are watching this and you or someone in your family relies on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, or VA benefits, remember that staying informed is the most powerful tool you have. Updates like these can directly impact when you receive your money and whether you are eligible for extra support like the $650 rebate. Take a moment to check your accounts, verify your contact details with SSA or VA, and stay tuned for further official announcements as more information becomes available. Before we wrap up, I want to encourage you to share this video with others who might benefit from knowing the details of the September 11th update. Too many seniors are left in confusion because they do not have accurate, up-to-date information, and by spreading the word you can help someone avoid financial stress or missing out on funds they are entitled to. And if you found this update helpful, make sure to subscribe and stay connected. On this channel we cover every major update for Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and VA benefits so you never miss important news. Liking this video and leaving a comment also helps spread it to more seniors who may need this information. Let us know in the comments how these updates are affecting you, whether you've received your September payment yet, and whether the $650 rebate would make a difference in your household. Your experiences matter, and by sharing them, you can help build a community of support where everyone feels informed and less alone in facing financial challenges. The September 11th update has given us clarity. Payment dates are on track. A $650 rebate is moving forward, and seniors, disabled individuals, and veterans are at the center of the conversation. This is news worth paying attention to, and we will continue to follow it closely to keep you updated every step of the way.